Hey all, and welcome back. So today we have the Power of the Primes Prime Master Vector Prime. And I wanted to kind of look at the packaging because we finally get a little alteration in the smaller designs that we probably should have gotten with the Titan's Return line. And for example, I have Titan's Return ram horn right here. And as you can see, the back is actually pretty much the same. The layouts are pretty much the same. We do have a flip of where the Titan Masters would go, and our Prime Master, as they're called now. But what I like they've changed is on the back here, they now have a die cut that allows you to see what this looks like. And while I find these less interesting as the Headmasters, they really could have used it on these. I really would have liked to see these packed in either head mode or to have that little die cut out in the back here so you could see the face, because you only have the CGI render here and it's not necessarily the most accurate in comparison. But we'll save Ramhorn for another time. Let's talk more about this guy. So we have MetalHawk, and they have a little description here of my Cronus. It has the power swap ability, and we have him, which is a time traveler ability. So I'm not sure if they're going to write this into the lore. I know that the new Titan's Return cartoon series is leading up to the Power of the Primes, so hopefully they'll kind of dive into maybe some of the uses of these guys. But let's go ahead and get him out of the box and see if he's worthy of our collection. Alright, with everything out of the package, here is the new Prime Master. I guess it would be the power-up mode. And as you can see here, it's essentially built off of the Titan Master system. We still have a body. Rather than having a screw in the middle, they have a pin. So, unfortunately, you couldn't just take one of these and unscrew it and swap it. I was hoping that was going to be an option. But you do have this emblem here, and the head kind of stands out. I mean, you have this part that sticks out here, and I think it's going to be kind of not as integrated because of that. I think if there was a way to have hid the head or use it differently, because it still looks like a Headmaster. And to show you quickly, I just have a body right here, and you can try to place it in there, and you have some sort of octo head. But a lot of the heads I don't think would work as good. This might be sort of a diver mode, but it's not a head. It's not intended to be a head, but it still sort of fits as a head. And if we were to compare it to another Titan Master head, if we were to compare it to him, you can see everything looks about the same. The back of the head is a little bit different as far as the way the cutout is. So maybe that keeps it from fitting as tightly as some of the Titan Masters. And you can see here that these actually use a screw in the chest, so you could have swapped faces. But unfortunately, they're not doing that, and that's a shame. So we've got this, folds out. Face is nicely painted. I think it's great that they're actually painting the detail. Use different colored plastic in the arms and the upper legs, which helps break up the color some. So as a robot, it's actually pretty decent looking. Then here we have his armor. And his armor itself is actually pretty cool. That's why I got this one, because I like the color scheme. I thought the details popped. We've got a solid sort of gunmetal or charcoal on the back. Then we have front that's blue with some painted yellow, red, nice Transformer logo on there, and the blue arms. As far as articulation goes, we just have the arm movement, this little handle down here, and this part. So as you can see, this is like a power armor. We snap them in, fits in there nice and snug. Close that, and then we have what's sort of a tribute to the Pretender shells. And I think that's a pretty cool idea that they're doing this. They don't have to bring back the full Pretender, and we get the play gimmick, essentially similar articulation as the originals, and it looks pretty cool. And the reason I really like this one is that you could see through there, if we can get closer, and you can actually see his face through the armor. So it doesn't have its own face on there. It sort of incorporates it and gives it the whole idea that it's a power armor. So we look at that. He actually has a gun, has a small peg here, just fits over his hand. And of course it is a little excessive for his size, but it's cool that that's integrated. And then it actually goes into his other mode. And the other mode, we fold him out, and if you look at the front of the legs here, there's actually these little tabs that makes it easier to pull him out. So do that, fold him in his prime mode, pop him on right there. There's 2 foot pegs, just like there would be with the Titan Masters, and there's actually a little groove there for his head, as you can see back there. So we've got that, fold the handle down, And then you would think that there would be a peg hole back here for the head, but there's actually two little nipples that would go into a hinge. So you can see they slide down these grooves down here. So we pop that in, and then we have our cannon mode. And that's actually, it's a pretty cool cannon. I like that they're in a way they have an alternate mode that's a weapon, as well as they can power up a prime, or any figure actually. And they also have their own robot mode and armor mode. I mean, these have a lot of play gimmicks. And if you want to keep the gun on there, you actually can just fold it back, and you don't have to take it off every time that you're using armor mode. Now, out of curiosity, since I have this Titan Master here, and we can put them side by side and see that they look pretty similar as far as size goes. See if he pops in here, and it seems like, yeah, seems like we can fit Grimlock in there. I don't know if they all will fit, but it looks like Grimlock is one that will work. And he also has the extensions on his legs to pull them out. He's a little looser, doesn't fit in as sharply, but it fits. So that adds another gimmick there as well. So, and then lastly, let's put him over to the side. I've got one of the Dinobots here. I've got the first two Dinobots, and I've got Grimlock on the way. I'm going to try to get all of them if I can. So they have these fists that are designed to be one fist for combined mode, and it is also sort of this power-up armor. And they have this clear little insert. Pop that out, fold him into the prime mode, and pop him in. And there we have the power-up option. It does protrude further than this does. This was flush. And I think the only thing that I don't care for is you can see the head. And it might not be so bad if it didn't have the hollow bit for the molding, but it's okay. It's not huge. It doesn't stand out too much, but it is a cool gimmick that you can use as a play factor. So I do like it. I think it's a pretty cool extension of the line to incorporate. We have now Combiner Wars and Prime Masters. It would be really cool to see a Headmaster Prime Master combiner. Maybe down the line. I don't know if Hasbro is even interested in that. Maybe that will be the next idea they throw out after the Prime Masters is over. But like always, let us know in the comments below what you guys think of this line. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.